What's up and good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. As you can probably hear, I sound like somebody going through puberty right now, the way my voice is, and unfortunately my throat's been all jacked up. I barely have a voice, but a lot of you guys have been asking for a ranch update video, and I actually stayed home from work today to try to cure all of this. And well, here I am making a video and not actually resting, but this is the first time in a long time I've had like daytime time at the ranch. That's saying time a lot, to make a ranch update video for you guys. A lot of you guys have been asking, so I'm gonna take you on a full ranch update tour today, for you guys as well as for me, because I have not been here a lot. My schedule's been so busy that I get here to sleep, wake up in the morning, take off, and then with the time change, I'm just not here during daylight hours. So it kind of sucks, but at the same time, this place is expensive and I gotta go do a bunch of stuff to make money to afford this place. So we were just standing on the new entrance, which I'll talk about in a second. But over here at the old entrance, if you harken back when we bought this place, it had a Texas flag gate, but it acted like a wind sail. So anytime the winds kicked up, that thing would just get ripped off. And so me and Dad cobbled together this gate out of some corral fencing that I had. We trimmed it down and welded it back together so it would fit the width of this opening. Then it has these Mighty Mule gate openers, which never been a big fan of. They're kind of glitchy. And the original one finally gave out after many, many years of living here. And honestly, I was too lazy to switch out brackets and stuff. You guys can see we swapped this post out not that long ago because this post was failing, which caused the gate to fail. A lot of stuff fails on this gate, which is why we actually started building that entrance over there, is because I was so sick of having to fix this gate. Well, with the new Mighty Mule motor that I put on, it was great, but then the bracket that we had welded on here, and it's been welded on 3 different times by like 3 different people, for whatever reason, it just wasn't meant to be. And now we're currently tie wired together because it failed again. I put hose clamps on, those failed. I guess what they say is true, you know, duct tape and tie wire can fix anything. And I didn't have any dikes or anything to cut that with, so I just tie wired the tie wire to the fence. And you know what? It's working for now. But I think once this fails again, we're gonna figure out something for the new gate. But speaking of old entrance, if you guys remember, this area right here clogs up and floods every year during the rainy season. You can see where all of the water and stuff just comes down this way, and it comes down this way from the side of the property, all ends up right here, full of silt, dirt, leaves, or whatever, clogs up the 6-inch drain that's underneath here. Well, underneath the new driveway, we put a big 12-inch drain right through here, tied the 12-inch drain into the 6-inch drain, with the plans that, number one, that driveway was going to be finished very soon. What was that, 3 years ago now at this point? And at some point we were going to rip this up and put a 12-inch all the way through. And I think hopefully before we hit this rainy season too hard, we're going to end up doing that, because I'm sick of having to fix the ruts in front of the driveway where the water just doesn't make it into that pipe, because that pipe clogs up and then just creates a big old rut right here that I have to constantly come out with the tractor and fill. Last time I filmed out here in the new driveway, everybody's like, oh man, the driveway's just withering away. Look at all the weeds and stuff growing through. Well, these aren't actually weeds. This is all just pine needles off of that pine tree that just fall here, and they kind of get a little bit stuck in the joints that we cut into the concrete, so it looks like it's weeds growing out. But don't worry, guys, don't worry, the driveway is still in pristine condition here. It's a little dirty, but still in good condition. The new concrete pour still looks fantastic. Take you guys inside of the guard shack. Really nothing has changed. The cool thing about building stuff out of concrete, though, is when you let it sit for a long time, and building it out of block, I should say, is it doesn't just wither away as if we were building this out of wood. Palm trees are looking good. My little temporary sprinkler I have set up, the battery in that died, and I didn't realize it, so it got a little bit dry, but luckily we have had a lot of wet mornings and a couple of like sporadic little rainy days, so it held over until I realized this and got a new battery in it. But these things are actually pretty dang hardy, so palm trees looking good. Now, normally I'd be too lazy to walk from the front gate all the way up to the house, but we're making the adventure today, mainly so we can, again, hit on everything. Korean General, still looking good. Sitting up here on the rock, has not fallen off. Again, she has taken a couple of slingshot rounds to her, some little 22s, which kind of wild how they take off like a perfect circle of paint from that indentation from a 22. That one actually penetrated. That one went through. That one had a little more oomph behind her. Now, the bad thing about summer is everything out here just kind of dies off, right? I mean, it grows back every single year. We end up super green in like the winter months, spring, fall, all of that. It's just summertime. Everything dries out and dies off. Good thing about that, though, is you don't have to mow it. because it takes us weeks, even with tractors, riding mowers and all of that, it takes us weeks to actually maintain and mow the entire property. And then big rain comes, and within like 3 days, you're like, oh crap, we have to do it all over again if we want to keep it at a nice short height. So coming up the driveway fencing is, I mean, it's failing. It's old. It's been sun beaten for many, many years. So kind of like the old fencing around the property, you end up with 1 or 2 knocked off. Doesn't help that the donkeys love to chew on it and smash their face through it and basically try to break everything that they can. For the most part, the like longer term maintenance stuff on the property is holding up really well. It's just the short term stuff that I just haven't been here to do that I really need to get back on. So we'll walk back up to the house right now, give you guys a little rundown what's happening up there, and then we'll go check out the animals. Now we made it up to the house and to the backyard, and everybody's gonna want to say hi to my old boy Gunner. What's up, buddy? Now Gunner is about to turn 15, and you know, he's definitely showing his age, but he is still, you know, mentally, he's a puppy, man. He is the absolute best dog in the world. And then we've got the horse, of course, who is just big needy baby for being such a big dog. She is soaking up the sunshine right now. She's also, unlike Gunner, who Gunner always runs hot, she always runs cold. So she's always gotta have a blanket on her or come outside and soak up some sunshine. Now, like I had mentioned previously, I just have not been here very often to take care of things. So, I mean, the grass needs to get groomed. Unfortunately, when you have peacocks and guinea hens, they like to treat your patios like it's their personal bathroom, and they poop everywhere and they groom themselves. You end up with just a bunch of feathers and parts of feathers everywhere. So I should probably get on cleaning this up today. And I heard the guinea hens, they are somewhere around here. Oh, there you guys are. Guys, girls, whatever you are. All 3 of you. If you guys harken back, at one point I think we had like 15 or 17 guinea hens. These 3 have been the strongest survivors, or maybe the smartest, I don't really know, but they have somehow avoided getting killed, and every once in a while one goes missing for like 2 or 3 days at a time, and then we find it again. Or it shows back up, I should say. So I don't know if it lays eggs and it sits on the eggs for a minute and then decides this is not a good idea, because it's actually how we lost a lot of peacocks. They're sitting on eggs and they're just kind of sitting ducks at that point, and a coyote comes and finds them. Now, since I feel like we're going really comprehensive with this update for all of you, let's take you over to the pool area. And even though it is, I guess, technically winter time, it's really like, I don't even know, 70 something degrees today. We don't go in the pool till it's summertime again. I hate cold water, and obviously this is not a heated pool. But pool deck's doing good. Patio cover's doing fantastic. I have not even anchored this thing down yet, which is probably no surprise to you guys. After we built it, we talked about anchoring it down. And we ended up getting some gnarly windstorms while I was away at SEMA, and I was like, there's no way this thing's gonna survive. I'm gonna come back to this thing just like way over on the other side of the property. I mean, we've had like dog kennel cages that we used to actually raise the guinea hens in, and that thing's not even like a sail. And I watched that go from like here, picked up and thrown all the way over there by the wind at one point. This thing, we didn't leave the louvers open, is a big sail, and it didn't go anywhere. So it's actually really impressive. But pool deck is good. Pool is looking good. All right, now let's make a mission over a set of animals earlier, but you know, obviously the dogs, those are family. I mean, I guess they're all family, but let's go check out the farm animals. A few of you guys have asked me on my Instagram about these new boots that I'm wearing, so check these out. These are actually Hey Dudes. And I think I've joked about wearing work boots for so long that Hey Dude actually came out with a work boot. And I was very skeptical. Now, mind you, I'm probably not working as hard as some of you guys beating up on your boots. And they're not steel toe, so they're probably not gonna be compliant for a lot of you guys. But I thought these things were gonna be a joke and not comfortable at all. Like, I like the look. I think they look cool. I don't have big calves, so I would like to wear work boots just kind of full time, even like going out. But I always wear shorts. And not having big calves with work boots, I have this like big gap right here. And these actually fit tight. So these things are really nice. I'm not paid to promote these or anything like that. I actually wore these for like 4 or 5 of the 7 days I was at SEMA, thinking my feet are gonna be trashed because they're just not built for that. And they were actually fantastic. So I highly recommend these. They're like $100 on Hey Dude's website, which is crazy. I got these at the Navy Exchange for 60 bucks, and I think they're on Amazon right now for $67. So I'll put a link down in the description if you guys wanna check those out. But we got everybody's favorite that just saw the camera. Willie, you wanted to come over and say hi. I haven't even seen you guys in a while. And so for everybody asking, we actually, oh Willie, all right, you missed me, buddy, huh? I know, I missed you too, buddy. I missed you too. So because of our crazy schedules, we actually pay people to take care of the animals morning and night for us. And that mainly started because especially with the time change, like there's times I'm not home in time before dark, and with baby goats and stuff, we don't want them out and the coyotes to get them and all of that. So we have a couple neighbors that we pay to, one does the morning shift and one does the evening shift for us. It just makes things so much easier. Willie, what are you doing, dude? So Willie, would you like to give an update on how you're doing, buddy? No, you just really want to bury your face into my neck, don't you? Oh, and the other donkeys are coming. So if you guys don't remember, the other donkeys get jealous of Willie and they basically run him off if he's getting attention. So I feel bad for the poor guy because you're about to see, oh, are you gonna hang out? All right, we got, oh, no, Willie's actually gonna hang out right now. He's like, I'm not scared of you guys today. We got the camera rolling. Oh, yeah, push him away, Willie. You gotta assert some dominance around here, buddy. So we've got Hanson over there. Hanson actually got his name because he used to have hair like the boy band Hanson. They used to have like super long hair, and then this last shedding season, he actually lost a lot of his hair. His long hair that used to like come down right here over his eyes. I mean, he definitely looked like super emo. But I don't think it's ever coming back now that he's growing up. And then we've got Gwen. These are the miniature donkeys. And then we've got the full sizes over there. Oh, and I see the baby goats. Let's go say what's up to Big Walt. Big Walt, nobody messes with you, huh, buddy? What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Big Walt, dude, check us out, man. Look at it. That's not quite you, but that's almost you. I didn't even show you that, man. I got that in Vegas. What do you think, buddy? Does it look good? So Big Walt's very picky about where he likes to be pet. And he's very picky about who he lets pet him. What do you want right there? Is that your spot right now? There you go. There you go. That's what you want, huh? He loves it on the side of his neck right there. You gotta get around those big horns. There we go. Yeah, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I know. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. I don't think you realize how big those are swinging above your head, do you, buddy? You gotta be real careful because at some point he does get over being scratched and he'll just rip his head up, which will catch a nice horn right there into your arm. What's up, Legacy? How are you? How are you? So she actually used to run the show and was the meanest of the donkeys, but that has changed. She's calmed down. Now we got Tammy over here because Tammy, well, she earned her name after she became the aggressive and mean one. And especially with the baby goats, which are coming over right now, she just likes to muscle them around. So hopefully that has calmed down. Oh, look at these babies. Y'all are not so baby goats anymore. Hi, good to see you. Good to see you. Hello. Oh, yep. And here comes Tammy. Tammy, you be nice. Also, one of you farted. I know, you guys were so tiny when we got you, and now you're getting so big. Wanna say hi to the camera? What are you doing? You trying to take Willie's role? I gotta say, guys, we actually lucked out with these animals being as nice and docile as they are. They rile each other up every once in a while. I mean, they're big animals. They could really jack you up if they wanted to. But these ones are all super, super sweet and gentle. Oh, look at this. We got the goats doing their tree pruning. So I'm horrible with names when it comes to people and when it comes to animals. So we actually gave all of the goats Supercross rider names. I don't really remember who's who, but I know we got Roxanne. One of them is Dungy. The girl is Andy. Where's the girl? That one right there, that's Andy. If you guys recall the movie Motocrossed, the girl rider, Andy. So we've got Roxanne, we've got Dungy and McGrath. I don't remember which one's Dungy, which one's McGrath. So use your imagination on that. And then of course over here we've got Bubs and we've got Buttercup. Bubs, I mean, you're like one of the OG legacies, man. You're actually the only goat that survived of all of the goats from the very beginning here. And Bubs trained Buttercup, who was our first 2 baby goats that we bought. And you are getting thick, look at that. Oof. So Buttercup actually got trained by Bubs, and Bubs is fantastic at training goats. I mean, he literally, we don't have goats that climb up on stuff. They don't damage stuff. They don't eat the house like they could. It's actually the donkeys that do that. So Bubs is a really good trainer. He trained Buttercup, who then trained the 4 new babies that we got. I mean, if I took those babies away right now and she lost sight of them, she would go running around the property looking for them. And again, they're not even her babies. So it's really cool. We've got a really cool ecosystem here. All the animals get along. But let me take you guys up over here. Come on, goats. Y'all gonna follow me? Come on. Let's go, goats. Let's go. I'll take you guys up to the hunting blind. I have not been up here. I think I've tried to hunt out of it like 2 or 3 times and realized I just don't have the patience. Apparently I can't call coyotes in like I was hoping I could. I've used raw chicken, I've used dog food. I've got a coyote electronic call box that does all kinds of animal sounds. Let me see if I can walk up this right now. So I never painted this staircase. The wood has since shrunk. It's kind of dangerous to walk up. Actually, I'm taking the roof ladder from the restaurant that we're building, the old roof ladder, and I'm gonna use that to get up here because it's all steel. Oh man, look at this. This spider up here has been eating good. Jeez. Sorry, buddy. This is my house now. Let me in. Hopefully there's no creatures in here. I mean, it's gonna be gonna be little flies and stuff because I never put a deadbolt on. Yeah, haven't really used this much. I should have built it a little bit bigger and then it would have been like sweet guest quarters. I mean, I guess it still could be. We got the hammock in here, we got the spotter scope. We've got a couple target stands, they're down right now. Right here is my electronic coyote call box, complete with little flapping squirrel tail that just sits there and spins. But like I said, haven't really been in here hunting much. I've actually gotten most of the coyotes just like walking off the pool deck and taking them from there. Super sketchy, don't break. Don't break. All right, we're good, we made it, we made it. We've got our cheering squad down here, happy that we made it. So coming up to the animal pens, let's see what's going on over here. I gotta do something with this area. I'm not sure what I wanna do yet. I've contemplated concreting the center because it gets kind of muddy when it rains, but I feel like these guys, I mean, the goats probably won't care. I guess the donkeys either, considering how much they've like gone and pooped on my concrete at my house. We got to clean up some of these stalls. I brought this up here when we remodeled the guest house. That whole shelving unit fell over and has been rained on 100 times. So that thing's dead. The goat pens, we actually used to keep the babies separate from Bubs and Buttercup because early on Bubs was kind of aggressive to them and I didn't want something happening overnight and the babies couldn't get away from him. So we had this divider panel in that I think we're gonna take out because now they all hang out together. So they all get along with each other. They actually all sleep together now. And really, they're the only animals that get locked up at night. Now, coming over to the chickens and the geese, which I don't think we've shown too much on the channel. At some point, we don't really know what got in. I'm gonna guess a raccoon or something. I don't really see it being a coyote, but something got in and plucked out a couple of chickens out of here from like a little hole underneath the chicken coop over there. So we're down, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there was 10, 12 chickens prior to that happening. I don't really know. And then of course we've got the geese, you know, old George over there. He likes to try to run the show. He acts tough, but he's not tough. We got our refrigerator box truck. That thing has been doing fantastic. Keeping all of our concrete and our lumber that we use for concrete forms out of the rain. So I'm really glad we went through the trouble of bringing that thing out. Coming over to the guest house. Unfortunately, the guest house backyard has kind of gone to crap. The tenants were taking care of it originally in the beginning, but I think they kind of just let it get away from them. And I just haven't had time to come up here. So that tree didn't make it. I don't think the sprinkler hits it very well. And the goats at some point were getting in and like gnawing all the palm fronds off. That king palm is actually doing pretty good over there. And then all of these, oh, well, there you go. There's a prime demonstration of what happens. The pygmy day palms, they're doing okay. Something was getting in there and eating them. I actually think it might be Henry the peacock. I've seen him chomp on some stuff. And then there's just a ton of like, it's like a clover, that like a leaching clover plant that just like gets in between all of the freaking river rock that we put down. It's really annoying to try to clean out. So we need to revamp that at some point in that backyard, and then obviously put the turf in that I've talked about for 2 years, 3 years. But other than that, the house is fantastic. The people that live there are fantastic. They take great care of the inside of the house. So got really lucky there with them. And coming back down into the, I guess we call it the courtyard, the spot in between the guest house and the main house. This area probably could get a little mowed down, all of the dying, I don't even know what kind of plant this stuff is, but grows up when it rains and then dries out and dies. Just take this back to bare dirt. Let's take you guys over to the carport real quick though, and check out the old F600 dump truck, which is, hasn't been started in a while, like a long while. So maybe I should start that right now. See if she's even got some juice in the batteries. Well, let's see if this old girl will fire up. I probably should have disconnected the battery, especially knowing, well, you guys know my issues with batteries. And it looks like something's been digging pretty fresh under here. A little squirrel or a gopher or something. Hopefully there's nothing inside of this thing. I think we're good. We do got some spider webs in here. Don't look like we got any rats living in here. Even though, you know, they could very easily get in here. There are some holes down in the floorboard. Let's see if she fires up though. I don't think we need, maybe we should choke her a little bit. Well, all right, we got us a completely dead battery, so no point in that. And speaking of dead batteries, let me take you guys to a truck that has been talked about a lot by you guys. And somehow, I guess people just don't notice that it's in the background of a lot of my videos. And because somebody's gonna ask, we got the Coyote tractor right there, still doing good. Street sweeper, we need to fire that thing up at some point. Needs a little like $15 fuel pump that I should probably just buy. We've got the Dmaxryno dump trailer. Keep that bad boy just plugged in now. Got wheels and tires there, which you guys will see why in a second. I need to move this thing away from the house. The 6.0. We got the mini truck, the golf cart. Those batteries are shot in the golf cart. That's an expensive fix. But one of the trucks you guys ask me about a lot, if I still have it, just been sitting right here. We got the crew cab OBS. Currently sitting on Dedic's stocks off of his LLY, because we actually were gonna use these tires and wheels on my single cab for SEMA, because again, the wheel tire issue was getting kind of weird and we were just running out of time. So we actually robbed this truck of its wheels and tires, and we're gonna put them on the single cab. Realized we needed spacers off of this truck to do that. Completely changed our course of action. So this truck is doing good. It's actually gonna get revived here pretty shortly. Of course, dead batteries. Do a few other things to her that she needs. She needs a lot of love, but we're gonna bring this one. She's gonna be coming back to life soon. Oh, Henry, we were just talking about you, buddy. Over there eating my pygmy date palm and also pooping everywhere. Bring you around to the shed project, which has been kind of on a standstill as well. You know, we've got it just stacked with stuff just to keep it out of the rain. Good news is though, you know, we could check if the roof leaks because we've been through a decent amount of rain, and everything up here looks fantastic. We are actually just talked to a garage door guy the other day about finishing this up, getting this thing sealed in. And then I can go about, you know, kind of finishing the inside. We just literally have some scaffolding sitting in here with a couple of planks. That's what everything is sitting on. But I got to jump back on and get this thing finished. You guys know, it's just endless projects. And the problem is, like, none of these, you know, you make a little bit of money here and there on YouTube, but this stuff's really expensive to do out here. I mean, a garage door is like 2 to 3 grand for the one that I want, you know? And making a video on installing that garage door just doesn't pay for that. So I have to go actually make money elsewhere. And we're currently in that phase right now. If you guys remember, I think we spent like 6 months here where I was just doing project after project after project at the ranch. It's a blast. I love doing it. I love building stuff in general, but it's even more fun when you finally get to build your own stuff that you get to enjoy and appreciate. So we'll be jumping back on some ranch projects here shortly, especially because, again, the rainy season is coming and there's some like top priority stuff that has to get done. Oh, and before we sign off, one of my favorite things about having small goats is they can get up here. Oh, there's our cat. But I like that the small goats can get up in here and they can eat all of the little weeds and stuff that grow around all of our citrus trees. None of the bigger animals come in here. I mean, the donkeys have broken in here quite a lot lately and created just, I mean, you guys can see the million divots that's in here is because the donkeys found out they can walk around the side of the pool, hop over the wall and come in here. Super, super annoying. Oh, those guys drive me insane sometimes when they do stuff like that. But baby goats coming up here means that they can keep this area cleaned up. That way I don't have to come in here and trim around all of our citrus trees, but we're gonna have a great year. Look at all of these starting to grow. I mean, it's winter time and we're about to have another whole crop of citrus coming in. Now, I'm honestly surprised my voice made it this far, but I feel like we should quit while we're ahead and wrap up this video. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I mean, without you guys and your support, buying the Work For It merch, watching the videos all the way through the end, letting an ad or two play out, I wouldn't be able to have this cool lifestyle that I have. So a lot of this is attributed to you guys. So I do appreciate you for that. If you would be so kind as to give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. If you guys want to become channel members, that is a thing. We have a decent amount of channel members now, and that's where we post content that we can't post on the main page, whether it's you know, slingshot related content, coyote hunting related stuff that can't really be put on the main page without YouTube kind of getting mad at you. So if you guys want to see that, there is a link in the description of this video all the way at the bottom for you to sign up. And I think if you go onto my main channel page, it'll automatically pop up a little thing being like, hey, do you want to join? It's a couple bucks a month. If you guys don't want to, no biggie. Still going to keep putting out the same amount of videos on the regular channel. This is just a little extra perk. And speaking of Work For It apparel earlier, if you guys could, please go ahead over to workforitapparel.com. The holidays are coming up. We're getting really close to Christmas time. So go grab some stuff for yourself, for your significant others, for your friends, whatever. The jerky makes a fantastic gift. Who doesn't love jerky in like a stocking? They can enjoy that right away. You don't even got to put batteries in it. But y'all are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.